Tsuji-san, what should we do?
Withdraw, withdraw!
Ms. Melanie.
Men.
Sir! Something strange is happening at the Chinese embassy. The Japanese are looking for a girl that's hiding there. Her name's Melanie.
Where are the special forces?
They should be somewhere on the shelter.
Inform them they have to get out and go to the embassy. We have to go there now.
But the air raid is still going on.
God damn bloody German air raids! When I go, you go too! Come on! Out of the way!
Our submachine guns are gone.
I didn't expect them to be experts in urban warfare.
It's impossible to break in now.
Let's focus our firepower and try it again.
We've lost the opportunity. Think about it. The people inside now understand that if they attack together, we won't stand a chance. We have to think of another way. Withdraw.
Sir.
Shut up! The air raid will end soon.
Do you want to fight with the Royal Military Police?
Mr. Shi, the Japanese retreated.
General Liang, we won.
Good. We've defeated the Japanese. The British will come soon.
That fast? It has only been 8 minutes.
Yes. How are things from your side?
I'm telling you, this woman is really stubborn. I almost succeeded, if only the Japanese didn't retreat. Sometimes, being a gentleman works against us. I'm really regretting it. Actually, I should have snatched it. Jeez.
Please stop.
I'm David Petrie, Chief of the National British Security Department. You let me in?
Please come in, Mr. Petrie.
I'm Liang Tong, a military staff of the Military Commission of the Republic of China.
David Petrie, Head of the National Security Department.
Nice to meet you. You're looking for the Japanese, right?
That's right.
Some of them have run away. The rest are all there.
How many troops do you have, General?
We have 4 soldiers, 2 cooks, and a gardener.
This is the smallest battle you ever thought, General. Done a pretty good job.
Mr. Petrie, it has been a long time. I'm grateful you are here so quickly.
Mr. Ambassador, I'm very sorry we are coming too late.
I couldn't imagine what the aftermath would be if more attackers were here. But however, you're here so in time.
I'm also awfully sorry for that, Mr. Ambassador.
You're very different from the British Army in Burma. They run away when they see Japanese. You're unbelievable. Even if a German bombing is still going on, you were already on the way.
I'm sorry to tell you that we have to take Miss Spears with us. In her hands are documents that belong to the military headquarters of our great British Empire. I see military headquarters men already arrived.
Mr. Petrie, I wish I could do what you ask. As you know, Mrs. Spears is a secretary of the American Embassy. As we just noticed that they are coming to pick her up. I don't know if she's still a Chinese citizen. If she is, we have the obligation, and also we have the capability to protect her.
Mr. Ambassador, Miss Spears' deceased husband, Commanding Officer William Spears, the colonel of our Royal Military Headquarters, has just been killed. We have to start our investigations now, and Miss Spears is a major witness. We can inform the American Embassy that we are coming and pick her up. If she is still a Chinese citizen, as an ally, I strongly recommend your cooperation in our investigation.
Mr. Petrie, is this a request?
Sure, it is.
Xiaoman,
Here.
please bring Mrs. Spears here.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Petrie, as one of the Alliance, I will not reject. But I want to share the result of the investigation.
Sure, you have my word. Alan, get these dead bodies out of here and find me some capable chaps to do the repairings to be done here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mr. Ambassador, the attack on your embassy shouldn't be made public. That might have a very unpleasant impact on our investigations.
We feel the same.
Miss Melanie? David Petrie, I am Chief of the Security Department. We have some questions for you. Won't take long. Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much. We'll see you again soon. Please.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Unbelievable. They arrived in such a short time. They risked getting bombed by the Germans to come here. They must have obtained accurate intel. Do a full sweep of the premise. We're being monitored.
Impossible! I check every morning and every night. I even checked yesterday at midnight. I found one on the secretary's desk lamp, but I've already disposed of it.
Check again.
General, we couldn't find anything.
Have you checked everything?
Yes.
I see. Go now.
Yes, sir.
Stay down!
Liang Tong seems to have detected Melanie's secret approach. But he couldn't figure out my referral. Are you still working for the party?
Can I go back?
I won't let our American friends wait in that room for too long. One for you too? Getting some pure alcohol in times of war is a jolly good thing, isn't it? Exquisite. So, why did Officer William bring his documents back home?
I don't know the file. I only know him for Journey today.
So, he didn't tell you something? Anything?
He said he will always love me.
This is your book, isn't it? Did you read it? So, you also don't know what was in this chamber and where it did go?
What do you want me to tell you?
This was William's book, wasn't it? You're lying. And Officer Williams is already not able to prove if he was a spy or not.
Please don't insult him.
No, my dear. Don't get me wrong. I will find this thing, and I put it in front of you, and I prove that you are lying. You are the spy! And if that's so, you're gonna be executed. That's for sure. Melanie, what I'm trying to tell you here is the only one who can help you is yourself.
Liang Tong's military knowledge, and Tak tell him that what he faces are not simple photos, but a great secret that affects China's future. He remembered his responsibility to the organization and believed it's time to take action.
There's an emergency. Ms. Song wants to cancel her trip to visit the army in Mengyu. We need to review the delegation to America as well.
Meeting's over. Await your orders.
Ms. Song wanted Mr. Zhang Jingo and General Liu to lead the delegation. After meeting with Mr. Hurley, the American ambassador in Kolkata, they will visit the army in Mengyu together. The battle in Mengyu signifies a great victory. Mrs. Song feels truly sorry for not being able to visit the soldiers personally as planned.
The Japanese are too rampant. They attacked our embassy in London.
It happened at a time when the Germans conduct their daily raid in London. The Japanese acted with impunity under the Germans' bombing.
Ms. Song will deal with the London incident personally.
There was no coverage of the terrible incident on the radio, newspaper, and TV, even after so many hours had passed. What's even more intriguing is the British government's silence. Xu Jihong just mentioned this in his routine telegram, without any opinion or attitude.
Do you mean that our embassy in London reached some sort of agreement with the British?
Yes, that's about right.
I know your father, Mr. Xu Jihong. For over 10 years, he was not a weak person. Never.
Something big must have happened.
Zhang Guangxi sensed something fishy through the abnormality. The secret Yalta Conference between the United States, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union attracted the attention of various countries. From the two opposing camps, it aroused the intelligence officers of these countries who are willing to risk their lives to obtain the secrets behind it. On the eastern battlefield, the CPC, KMT, and Japan all activated their key intelligence system.
This diagram shows the border of the battlefields. The occupants are the Soviet Union, the United States, and Great Britain. Such an important decision can only be made by the big three: Winston Churchill from Great Britain, Joseph Stalin from the Soviet Union, and James Roosevelt from the United States. According to the time shown, 8 days have passed since the conference started. The time matches with another piece of information here. 2 of Churchill's think tanks have not shown up at the club in this period. The conference had not announced any details to the public, other than it is being held in Yalta. This is very strange.
From what we gathered, the session for political agenda is over. These are the strategic plans they've made based on the result of the Yalta Conference.
There's also the possibility that these are only British plans.
If that's so, then the war will end soon. There's another possibility. That this is fake. They wanted to spread it through our hands.
There's that possibility as well. Mr. Shi, I want to ask you about this term. It was mentioned many times in the article.
Argo. Argonauts.
According to legends, the Argonauts refer to the story of a band of heroes in ancient Greek who went to find the Golden Fleece at the coasts of the Black Sea. A long time ago, a Greek boat left Constantinople. They sailed in the Black Sea for many days before they encountered a storm and lost their way.
Just as the sailors despaired, they saw rays of light coming from the eastern skies. And then green mountains and shores revealed themselves. The sailors cheered in happiness. Yalta! Yalta!
The origin of the name Yalta, it is also the location of the conference.
It's in Crimea. Golden Fleece. You know how the British love their puns, right? Then, there must be a Golden Fleece they want. Then what is this Golden Fleece? What do the Great Britain and the United States want from the Soviet Union? An attack from the Far East. Then, this is the Golden Fleece that Churchill and Roosevelt wanted.
They hope that after the Germans are defeated, the Soviets will lead their army to the eastern lines into northeast China and wipe out the Japanese Kwantung Army. If that's true, the Japanese will be defeated immediately.
The war ending with Japan's defeat is a good thing. We should be happy. But somehow I don't have a good feeling about this.
But this proposal Makes sense military-wise.
Chief? We need to check our general stuff. Yes, especially in details.
All right. Thanks, Alan. Lieutenant Eddie from headquarters, please.
From the perspective of a soldier, when their army had paid such a high price, they will not be willing to part away from the territory they had occupied.
How about from the perspective of a politician? They will never be satisfied with what they have in their hands. They will also aim for the things in other people's hands, making these allied countries withdraw from the territory they occupied. China will be extremely difficult.
I believe that this is how they will split China after the war.
So they plan all these behind our backs. These allied countries are bandits.
Mr. David, you still think I'm not busy enough?
I'm very sorry, but we have new developments in the murder case of Officer William this morning.
Okay, what is it?
Let's cut it short. What is Argo Voyager or Argo Navigator? What does it mean?
I let the secretary go outside.
Lieutenant? You still there?
How did you know about this?
Was in Officer Williams' suitcase something related to that?
David, you're really stepping out of line on this.
My surveillance report tells me that they are talking about this topic in the embassy right now.
Yeah, you said it right.
Thanks.
Yes?
Make sure that not one single word of this Chinese conversation is leaking.
Yes, sir. Chief, Chinese is going to transfer some information to home.
Alan, listen to me. The Chinese already broke their headquarters code.
Put everybody of them under surveillance.
Okay, yes, sir.
Edward!
Counselor, I've received a notice from the British military intelligence. They said no one from the Chinese embassy can leave England. All forms of transportation will be closed to the staff of our embassy.
Insolence. They have no right to do that.
Yes, the British had given us an official explanation. They need the staff of our embassy to cooperate in the investigation of Colonel Williams' murder.
Miss Melanie, I can give you the information that the Chinese side knows about the secret in the suitcase. Do you have any idea how I prefer to treat secret agents? I smashed their brains out!
Melanie was unusually calm. From David Petrie's words, she deduced that the intel had reached General Liang Tong's hands. Though Melanie had lost her memories, as a Chinese, patriotism runs deep in her blood, and she felt naturally close to Liang Tong.
We need to appeal this decision.
I already did. They said it's wartime. The murder of Colonel William is related to the secrets of the Allied armies. So, this is a special circumstance. They hope we can understand.
Counselor, our radio was disrupted by a strong signal. We can't perform our work.
What? It was fine a moment ago.
We can't even call out. Our communication with the outside world has been cut.
We're being monitored.
David Petrie has shown up. It seems that the British didn't sit idle after all.
Check which room it is.
That must be the British surveillance room.
The Chinese have a saying. Behind the mantis, hunting the cicada, is the goldfinch.
Goldfinch.
We're the goldfinch in this case.
Can we confirm that the Chinese know about the intel in the briefcase?
This mini camera.
Don't you think it's weird?
We will check it before we start our operation.
The British will do it for us.
Is this intel that important?
Please believe in my brother Masanobu Tsuji. He's a genius. Do you know what's most important? If you have a chance to meet him, you will be confused. He's my identical twin. If I remove my glasses, we will look exactly the same.
This is the last intel we received from the Germans.
General Liang, you're from Sichuan, right? I heard that Sichuan women are virtuous. Introduce one to me.
Xiaoman, I heard that you're from northeast China. Which part are you from?
Shenyang. That's a great place. A lot of people, a lot of lands, and we all love to eat rice.
Liu.
Quick, get us back in there! Find out what's blocking our signal! Come on! Check the device, quickly. Get the signal back.
Look, the speaker is connected to these metallic wires. They've set this up a long time ago.
We've used the detector many times in the past. We can't even detect it.
British technology is far more advanced than ours.
Follow the wire and find out where's their surveillance room. We must lodge a strong protest against this.
Yes, sir. I will move out at once. Go.
Yes, sir.
How did you know we're being monitored?
We've only talked about Melanie in the guest room and in your office. The guest room has a rather simple setting, so it must have happened in your office. I didn't expect it. To be under the floor of your office, such a hidden place, with such an advanced piece of equipment.
We're a member of the Alliance. Look, they are treating us like enemies.
Mr. Shi, logically speaking, this is not necessarily a bad thing. The reaction of the British means the intel is true.
Sir, come here, take a look. We have to cut any connection leading to us. Clean up all the wires. Don't let them find us here. Yes, sir. They're gonna buy us some time.
It's time for the harvest. What are they doing?
Something interesting is going to happen.
We must destroy all the photos. Do you remember the key points?
We only need the minutes.
That has to be destroyed too. The Japanese will come again.
Mr. Petrie, look over here. Look at what I found.
Go home.
Bye.
5 left. Among them is a person named Alan.
It's time to make a move.
Yes, sir.
Was Melanie Emi Nakayama? Was she the person who brought him into the CPC? Questions after questions appeared in Liang Tong's mind. Why did Melanie hand him the secrets? What is her true goal? What is her real identity? There were no answers to these questions. Liang Tong couldn't see through the fog. He must uncover the truth. That's because he needs to verify the intel. He knows that the intel showed a great threat to China's interests. It will affect the direction of the Chinese war against Japanese aggression. There must not be any mistake with the intel.
I cannot let you return to China alone. The war against Japanese aggression is every Chinese's responsibility.
You must continue studying at Imperial Japanese Army Academy. This is the order from the organization. Remember, the revolution is not about a romantic relationship. You must remember what discipline is.
I can confirm that the radio station still exists, but is not in operation.
This means if we charge inside now, we can take a glimpse at their treasures. Let's go.
Even if Liang Tong believes that the intel is highly likely to be true, Melanie provided, he will not send the intel back to China. He knows that the validity of this intel is a double-edged sword. If it is true, he can protect China's national interest. If it's not, it can also hurt China's national interest.
Cover me!
Yes, sir.
I'm curious to know when he took the chance to take the pictures of these documents.
Mr. Peterlee, our monitoring stations have been attacked.
The Japanese, for sure.
Have the Chinese really obtained the secrets of the briefcase?
We will know once we get in. Anyway, this is the only time we can attack them. We've attracted the attention of the Royal Military Police.
The main issue is stopping the Chinese from making any noises.
Yes, sir.
General, there were movements in the yard.
Let's make the British protect our place.
Damn! These sly Chinese, not bad.
They will come at any moment. Forget it, let's withdraw.
The deadline. David Petrie promised the American embassy has arrived. He must hand over Melanie. Even if he is still filled with suspicions. Even if he desires to know what kind of secret was kept inside the book.
We can use the secret passage.
Tell me.
Here. There's a commercial ship at a port downstream of the River Thames. We can take the ship downstream to leave London and enter the North Sea. Then follow the coast up north and enter the Wash before going back to River Greathouse and reach Bedford. There is an airport there that belongs to the Royal Canadian Air Force. It's a small airport, so no one really pays attention to it. The plane that flies from America to Iceland will be waiting for us there.
Is this the route we use to import our planes from America?
Yes. The planes we imported from America fly to the United Kingdom and then to North Africa across the Mediterranean Sea to Egypt and then the Red Sea, Karachi, Kolkata, and finally the starting point of the Hump Tingjang Airport.
Xiaoman, we often use this air route.
In normal circumstances, our planes do not need to land at Bedford. But this time, the Hump requested a C-47 cargo plane. As there is only one plane, so it will use this small airport. Don't worry, no one will notice it.
Sir?
Alan, what about Miss Pierce?
She already went back. I have some information for you. Chinese want to go home. Chinese embassy is going to open some secret corridor. Someone is going to cross the border secretly.
I guess this is the ambassador wants to go back. Are you sure they have no idea that we are tapping their secret conversation?
I'm pretty sure they don't know. They even haven't seen us. If he has not intel, that means we can do nothing. But if something happened to Ambassador, it can cause us an international scandal.
You let out some of that information. I want to see the Japanese, how they come out for themselves.
You mean attracting Japanese by the bait?
That ambassador is quite a juicy piece of bait.
Liang Tong, we should discuss some of the details again. I'm going back to China.
This is a very dangerous mission. I should go instead. All the details are inside my head. Now the British had locked all our official routes back. I will leave secretly. First thing in the morning.
Do you intend to take them by surprise?
Yes.
But this is a very dangerous mission if you use the secret passage. All your diplomatic protection will be gone. Are you trying to use the British to perform an act? So the Japanese will believe that you have already obtained the intel in that briefcase.